Hey everybody, it's Friday about noonish. This video is for one of my biggest fans out there, Miss Matali. So while it's not really a home improvement video today, I will be showing everybody what the heck a Honda Odyssey's EVAP system looks like, and hopefully trying to show you all how to fix this stupid thing. So here's the Black Beauty herself, right? She's covered in dirt because she's been sitting on ramps all week. But let's get in here and figure this thing out. So for those who don't know what an EVAP system is, everybody is required to have one of these things in their car. It's I guess so that you can relieve the pressure in the gas tank when the car heats up, I guess. But basically what happens is if this thing starts fluttering, you get this check engine light and you pull the code and it says some garbage about EVAP and blah blah blah. Well, if you look around online, you can find EVAP for like Honda Civics, so I guess it's like a big delete. But for most normal people, they just have it and it has no impact to the car. Pop the hood here. So anyways, in most cars, one would think that you would, well actually first of all, let's start and talk about what this thing does. So apparently what happens is as gas in the gas tank gets hot or expands, it needs to go somewhere. So to relieve the pressure, they created this EVAP thing that opens a valve and dumps the fumes into this canister-like thing where the fumes are absorbed by charcoal and then basically held. And then what happens is as you're driving on the road, there's another little valve that opens that puts those fumes either like into the atmosphere or I guess into your vehicle. I guess the logical explanation is why they don't just let it vent whenever is because I guess if it's like a parking lot, you got all these cars venting gas, to maybe thing blows up, who knows. But anyway, so this system is technical. I mean, I understand it, but it's kind of ridiculous because you could just vent this thing. So anyways, here's mine. This is the canister bit. Here's all the little inlets and outlets. And the reason mine flaked out is because when Houston flooded last spring, it got wet. Now, why would this thing get wet? Well, it would get wet because Honda decided to install this thing right there, right here. I don't know why in the hell they would do that, but they did. So it took me a long time to find it, but if you have a Honda Odyssey van, which I know several of the people out there do, it's right under your driver's side door. And this also is a good reason why you don't want to drive through puddles with this thing, because you could just sit and soak up water. So, like I said, this thing has inlets and outlets, right? So basically you have purge valves, you got another valve that lets the vapors out and whatever else, and that's that. So what we did is the first code I got said EVAP system valve stuck closed, and I guess that's the purge valve, and that goes right. Well, let's show you. The purge valve goes right there. Okay. So now I put that thing right here, actually. So here's the purge valve. This thing goes in here, and when turned on, it opens to let the vapors out. And what had happened is I don't know if it was open at the time or what, but it must have driven through a puddle with it open somehow and just sucked the water right up. So anyways, that happened. But that's really it. You got this thing and you got this canister. There's a few bits and pieces plugged into it, but it's all pretty obvious. I mean, this isn't like rocket science here. I mean, you just wiggle the little things to get them all, get the tubes off, and that's it. So anyways, that's it. That's the video. I'm gonna, you know, I replaced the valve. It was still kind of acting funny. Once I finally located the whole thing, I just ripped it out and I let it sit outside. I was hoping that whatever water and garbage was still in there would just kind of evaporate off, and it kind of didn't. So like if you blow on this thing, you can still like see water come out. Well, maybe now because I've been blowing on it a lot. Let's try it. So anyways, that was pretty exciting. So yeah, I mean, there's still water in here. I mean, I was kind of expecting to hear like, you know, charcoal granules floating around in there, but I don't hear anything. So I don't know if there's just liquid in here or what, or if I need to order a new canister. But what we're gonna do is just reinstall it and plug it in, reset the computer by pulling off the battery. Wait a little while, connect the battery up. That should clear the codes, and we'll drive around for a day or so and see if this check engine comes back. Because if it does, and then I just need to order a new one of these things and just throw this junk away. But you know, I guess in conclusion, hopefully somebody finds this video useful, because you go to a Honda dealership, they want to charge you $1,000 to do it. And I just showed you exactly where it is, what to do, and the 2 parts you need. So real quickly, if you order the canister, I think the part number is 1730A-TK8-A000. And then, let me see if the controller, I don't have the valve, but you can just Google Honda EVAP valve and you'll find it. But anyways, like the parts themselves, the valve was only 80 bucks. I think the canister's like 120. But yeah, these clowns wanted $1,000 at the dealership to do it, and they were like, "Oh yeah, each part's like $250." I mean, come on. So anyways, yeah, just disconnect them, swap them out, plug them back in. Should be good to go. I'm gonna do that, and we'll see what happens.